Up until the early 70s, the west side of Lake Ewanna was home to cottonwood trees, which bald eagles used as perches.
When everything was frozen up, this was the last area to freeze. A lot of waterfowl would come up here during that part of the winter, and the bald eagles would come and feed on them here.
Ralph Opp says his Oregon State University studies, along with years of work to take bald eagles off Oregon's list of threatened species, helped him realize something had to be done when beavers did away with the cottonwoods. First, a tripod was put in place of the trees.
The eagles just didn't take to it very well.
Then the Oregon Eagle Foundation got a donation from a logging company, an 80-foot-tall, 5-ton live tree. Opp says that 1994 November morning was a real show as the tree was brought in via helicopter.
It was a traffic stopper. We actually had police had to stop the traffic because they flew that tree in across the highway.
20 minutes later, the tree was placed next to the Main Street exit off Highway 97, and by noon, eagles were perched.
It was a sexy project.
The tree, not so hot almost 20 years later.
The snag is leaning a little bit. There's lots of woodpeckers' holes in it. The inside of the upper part of the tree is kind of rotten.
Biologists already exploring ideas to keep the tree up because losing a perch like this is one of the reasons eagle populations can become threatened.
For loss of habitat, nesting habitat, impacts on feeding, and then environmental contaminants, DDT.
Illegal hunting for sale of eagle parts also on that list. Opp says the perch is also the highlight of the Lake Ewanna Wing Watchers Nature Trail and the Klamath Basin, a bird watcher's gold mine.
And it's the largest wintering population of bald eagles in the lower 48 states.
He says during a time Klamath's economy could be hurting, the perch brings bald eagles during winter and tourists into town.
Put them in our motels and they've ate in our restaurants, in the dead of winter time. And so we kind of boosted the economy.
Covering your news in Klamath Falls, Jessica De Nova, News 10.